शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासवि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। A very good morning to you, ladies and gentlemen.
Good morning.
Good morning. Let's do it better. A very good morning to you, ladies and gentlemen.
Good morning.
We can do much better. We are from India. A very good morning to you, ladies and gentlemen. It's a great pleasure, privilege and honor to be here this morning. And I want to express my gratitude to the Consulate General of India, New York, for organizing this International Yoga Day celebrations. My gratitude to Mr. Sandeep Chakravarti, the Consulate General. Of course, Vikas Khanna and Ms. Gaur, Lynch, whom we heard. And of course, thank you all very, very much for being here this morning. I feel like I'm in India, although I'm in New York. I feel very much like I am a part of the Indian ethos. Wherever I travel in the world, can you guys there hear me? Can you listen to me? No? Can you hear me now? Okay, brilliant. Perfect. All I need to do is yell, not speak. That's when you can hear me. Now, pardon me? You can't see me? Okay. All right, let's do this. Can you guys see me now? Can you guys hear me now? Lovely. Thank you. Wherever I travel in the world, Indians are known for three very peculiar characteristics. The first thing, Indians are known to be very, very good at their smartness. Make some noise if you think Indians are smart. Make some noise if you think Indian Marwadis are smarter. Make some noise if you think Indian Gujaratis are the smartest. I knew you would do this. I'm in central New Jersey. The mini Gujarat of the United States of America. But I can tell you for sure that wherever I go in the world, Indians are known to be such smart people, especially when it comes to earning money.
Yes.
Like in a classroom of 7-year-olds, a teacher went and was asking a 7-year-old, this boy's name was Varun, said, Varun, what do you want to be when you grow up? Varun said, well, when I want to grow up, I want to be a multi-billionaire with 365 cars, 20 homes, 5 chartered planes and 6 bank accounts. The teacher said, look, Varun, I was asking you what do you want to be, not to write an essay. Then she turned to a 7-year-old Gujarati girl whose name was Pooja. Said, Pooja, don't write an essay like Varun. Answer in 2 words, what do you want to be when you grow up? Pooja said, Varun's wife. Let Varun do all the learning, you get married to Varun and everything comes through. Now believe me, hand on my heart, isn't it a fact that wherever Indians go, man, they are smart. Now, more than the smartness that Indians have, I think the second very peculiar characteristic that Indians possess is they are very good at saving.
Yes.
You don't grow financially strong by simply earning. You grow financially strong by saving. How many of you guys save a lot of money? Everybody who's raising their hands, keep them raised. I'll come for donations. Okay. Now, believe me, Indians are known so well for their culture of saving, isn't it? Like, how do you know who an Indian is? You would know who an Indian is by a person who, after the shampoo or the shower gel is over, they'll put water in it till the last bubble comes out. Make some noise if you've done it, ladies and gentlemen. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. How do you know who an Indian is? An Indian is a person who, after the toothpaste is over, You roll it till the last part comes and you sing a song. Aja, aja. Doesn't come out. Doesn't come out. Yes. Smart in earning, expert in saving. But India is thirdly known today, fortunately or unfortunately, for its culture of spending. People spend a hell of a lot of money in buying the best brands of the world, thinking that the brands that they buy can make their life different. In fact, Will Smith once said, people spend the money that they don't have to buy the things that they don't need, to impress the people whom they anyways don't like. I'm kind of wondering what's happening, right? So everywhere I go in the world, I find these three S's of India. Indians are known to be the first S, smart. Indians are known to be the second S, they save. And Indians are known to be the third S, they spend, which is why all the brands have gone to India. The entire consumer culture has gone to India because people have the money to spend. But I do not think this is the peculiar characteristic of India. I do not think India and Indians should be simply known to be smart in earning money, smart in saving money, and smart in spending money. I truly do not think that's what India is known for, and that's what India is defined by. What is the peculiar characteristic of India? You know what? Every country has a USP. Like if I asked you what is the USP and speciality of Japan, what would you say?
Technology.
Technology, absolutely. If I ask you what's the USP of the Middle East, what would you say? Oil. If I ask you what is the USP of the United States of America, what would you say?
McDonald's.
You said McDonald's, my God. That was an answer, man. McDonald's. The USP of this country is liberty. That is why it's personified by the Statue of Liberty. You know? Statue of Liberty. And I believe every nation in the world also has a tourism tagline. Like what is the tourism tagline of Asia, Malaysia?
Heart of Asia.
Malaysia?
Heart of Asia.
Truly Asia. What's the tourism tagline of Thailand? One guy said massage. Not the tourism tagline, obviously. Not the tourism tagline of Thailand is not massage, obviously. The tourism tagline of Thailand is amazing Thailand. And then you have a neighboring country to India, very close to us. Very close, next door neighbor. They also have a tourism tagline. Their tourism tagline is Zindagi se pareshan, aiye Pakistan. This may be your last, have a blast. And you know what? India has a tourism tagline as well.
Incredible India.
Incredible India.
Incredible India.
Ladies and gentlemen, what makes your India so incredible? Your smartness, your saving, your spending.
Spirituality.
What makes India so incredible?
It's the spirituality, the cultural heritage.
The fourth S, the spiritual wisdom, not the damned ritualistic spirituality. Who cares a heck for that ritualistic spirituality? All the kinds of damned ritual which most of your American children don't care a damn for. Don't care a damn for. And I don't care a damn for such damned ritualistic spirituality who nobody understands what it is, nobody understands what the philosophy behind it, nobody understands what the rationale, sense behind it, and yet we keep doing it for the heck of doing it. India is not known for ritualism. Rituals are important, but that's not the USP of India. India is known for her spiritual wisdom because it is wisdom that transforms life. It is wisdom that enhances the experience of life. It is wisdom that teaches you how to live well. If you live well, that's when you feel great. If you can't live well, we can never feel great. Which is why it is so crucial for each of us not just to deeply connect to that spiritual wisdom, which is our heritage, but simultaneously learn how to share that spiritual wisdom with everybody whom we meet. Because we know It is only this wisdom that has the power to transform and change lives. How many of you love to eat? Okay, let me ask you a different question. How many of you are Gujaratis? That says it all. How many of you love to eat, right? My God, people love to eat, don't they? Sometimes they don't eat to live, they live to eat, right? Oh, and you can imagine, like, Indians love to eat. And I was on a plane once and the stewardess came up and she brought the menu card saying, this is our menu card, what will you like to have for breakfast? So I saw a particular prep that said, potted cheese dumplings soaked in condensed cow's milk with a dash of cardamom, pistachio and saffron. I said, madam, bring this please. Sounds exotic. She came with 2 rasmalais. And the size of the rasmalai was smaller than the name. Cottage cheese dumplings soaked in condensed cow's milk with a dash of cardamom, pistachio and saffron. हमारे देश में हम 2 वर्ड में बताते हैं रस मलाई. Right? We love eating, don't we? Okay, you all said you love eating. Of course you do. My next question is, how many of you would love to reduce your weight? Everybody wants to get into shape. Look at the 2 questions. How many of you love to eat? And how many of you want to reduce your weight? Here we go. Here we go. And people say, Swami ji, कुछ ऐसा चीज बताइए, वजन भी कम हो और खाना भी कम नहीं करना पड़े. This is what everybody wants to know. वजन भी कम करे, खाना भी कम नहीं करना पड़े, हार्ट अटैक, ब्लड शुगर, इसकी चिंता नहीं हो, बस मौज करे स्वामी जी. This is what most people want to know. How do you get there? Right? I'll tell you what, yoga is that science from ancient India which definitely offers us the physical postures, the asanas, which our gentleman here was leading all of you into. You know, the physical postures and the asanas, breathing techniques which can help you get into shape, which can help you achieve a certain level of physical fitness, and there is no debate about it. That yoga is an incredible science which can teach you physical exercises and postures which can give you physical fitness, bring you back in shape. But you know what? I truly do not think it's simply about exercises. One of the biggest problems in the world today is yoga is taken as exercise. Yoga is not exercise. The biggest problem in the world today is yoga is understood to be simply a set of asanas or postures and some kind of breathing or pranayama. That is not yoga. That is simply a part of yoga. It is important. Asanas are important, pranayama is important, and we must learn all of these to keep our physical health in place. But you must know that yoga is more than exercise. I must ask you a simple question. How many of you how many of you felt tempted to eat something even after you had a big meal? Okay, thank you. How many of you have felt tempted to go for the second serving of the dessert? Thank you. How many of you thoroughly knew that it is not good to eat it? I'm full now. And how many of you still went ahead and ate it? And how many of you spent the next 3 days in guilt? Nahi khana chahiye tha wo okay. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine that? I'm like wondering, what are we doing? You know what? What has happened to most of us? We have become slaves of our minds. Do you want to be a slave to your mind? Every single time your mind says eat it, you eat it. Every single time your mind says yell at him, you yell. Every single time your mind says buy this, you buy. Every single time your mind says hit someone, you hit. Do we want to be a slave of the mind? Or do we want to be a master of the mind?
Master of the mind.
That you don't listen to the mind, but you make your mind listen to you. Ladies and gentlemen, yoga, more than a set of exercises and pranayama, teaches us a very important principle which is called self-control.
Exactly.
And when we are talking about self-control is about mastering your mind. It's not so much about how much you eat or how less you eat. Everybody falls to temptations every now and then, and it's okay. But if a temptation is an everyday stuff, in every aspect of our life, I think yoga has so much to do with learning the art of self-control. And self-control is about mastering your mind. When your mind feels like eat this, if you have self-control, you say no. If your mind says to you, yell at him, if you have self-control, you say no. Maturity means when to open your mouth and when to shut it up. You should know when to speak and when to keep that damn mouth shut. And you can only keep that mouth shut when you are in mastery of your mind, when you have self-control. Ladies and gentlemen, I truly feel yoga is that science which can help you beyond exercise and pranayama master your mind. And when you master your mind, exercise will be there, but you'll be in control of what you eat, you'll be in control of what you speak, you'll be in control of what you buy, you'll be in control of what you do, because your mind is not in charge, but you have taken charge of your life. Which is why yoga indeed is that science which helps you with self-control, and self-control helps you with physical wellness and mental wellness. How many of you live in a house? Oh, thank you. What a question that is, isn't it? Okay, how many of you live in a house which is like about $20 million worth? Okay, thank you, sir. Very honest. Very honest. Thank you, sir. Some guys are saying, "Arey, haath nahi uthane ka, nahi to nazar lagega." People will look at me and people, we don't want that for sure. You know what? If you have a nice house, would you invite anybody to come and stay in the house? Can a Tom, Dick and Harry, any damn idiot walking on the street, come into your house and occupy your precious physical space? Thank you. Thank you, man. Your house is your physical space. The property that you dwell in is your physical space. And you live in that physical space. And you're very careful to choose who comes in that physical space. Your wife, your children, your parents. You don't allow anybody to come into that physical space. Ladies and gentlemen, one of the most expensive real estates is not your physical space. It's your mental space. And you know what? We have no self-control. Diet is not just about eating food. Diet is about what you watch and what you listen to. If you listen to gossip, you want that damn trash and rubbish in your mental space. Would you keep rubbish in your physical space?
No.
Would you keep trash in your physical space?
No.
You are taking out so many soda cans and so many boxes and you want to throw it all as trash and rubbish. Because you want your physical space completely decluttered and clean. You want your physical space clean. Have you worried about your mental space? So much rubbish, so much crap, so much junk, so much trash goes in on a daily basis. Which is why diet is more than food. You have diet for your mind, what you watch and what you listen. Like two Gujarati ladies, they were talking to each other and they were gossiping about a third Gujarati lady. Like hell of a lot of gossip. And after 1 hour of gossip, one lady turned to the other and said, "Ave java de ne apde su." Ave java de apde su. Why did you spend 1 hour speaking about it there? I'll tell you what. Yoga to me is so much about self-control, because what you listen to needs self-control. What you watch needs self-control. Yoga gives us self-control, which can help us deal with our physical and mental wellness very well. I think the second aspect of yoga to me is this. I'm from India. I joined our ashram, our monastery, about 24 years back. And you can imagine what happened to my mom, my Indian Marwadi mom, with her only son becoming a monk, an electrical engineer who worked with Hewlett Packard at a white-collar job, is now quitting everything to go and become a monk. But like every Indian mother, हर इंडियन माँ की बस एक ही चिंता होती है, बेटा खाना क्या खा रहा है. That question had an answer. We had excellent meals made in our communal kitchen. बेटा सोता है ना ठीक से? सोता है. But the biggest problem I had when I joined our ashram, our monastery, was who would wash my clothes. I hadn't washed my clothes and I hadn't done my laundry in my entire life. My mom did it for me. And now here I was faced up with a massive challenge in my life, doing my own laundry. How? So first I had to take an orientation course from some of my fellow monks who lived in a hostel in college and they knew how to wash their clothes. We obviously didn't have a laundromat. We obviously didn't have a washing machine. So we had one thing, the Indian way of washing clothes. How many of you have washed clothes and done your laundry in the Indian way? For those of you who haven't, let me explain to you what the Indian way of washing clothes is. The Indian way of washing clothes is you take your soiled clothes and take a bucket of water, add some detergent to the bucket of water, and then soak your clothes in the bucket of water for about 30 minutes. Once you're done, then you take a second empty bucket. You push it under the water, fill fresh water. Then you rinse this clothes here and take it out of the fresh water and then you hang it out to dry. Make some real loud noise if somebody has done it. So brilliant, brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Now, my friends in the ashram in the monastery gave me this orientation saying, okay, this is how you wash your clothes. So I learned it. One day I was going for a talk. I was getting a little late, so I soaked my clothes in the bucket, in the water, with the detergent for about 30 minutes. And I came to the bathroom to now rinse them in a bucket of fresh water. But in order to fill in the water into the bucket, I didn't want to bend down. हम लोग झुकते नहीं हैं. झुकते नहीं है ना तो फिर योगा में झुकना पड़ता है. हम लोग चलते नहीं हैं. चलते नहीं है तो फिर 10 बार उधर ही चलना पड़ता है. In India, you don't need